Height test, table test, sound test. Let's see how we do. What we're going to do is a sun-dried tomato lentil loaf. This is a recipe I got from the Physicians Committee Thanksgiving recipe book, that free PDF I downloaded, and I haven't even looked at the book, honestly. So today I was thinking about it, and I found a recipe for sun-dried tomato lentil loaf. It is by Jason Wyrick. Is it Wyrick or is it just Rick? W-Y-R-I-C-K. I guess Wyrick. I mean, you know, nobody can say anything about me butchering their last names when, so anyway, what it is, let's see, 1 onion chopped. I've got an onion. And it doesn't say white onion or red onion, so I have this, happen to have a red onion. I saw a video, a guy said, okay, I'm starting a plant-based diet. And somebody in the comments asked him for an update. He said, oh, it didn't last. And I think one problem with beginning a diet is you're going to end the diet. So you have to look at it as a change of lifestyle. 1 chopped onion, 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Right over there. What'd I say? 3 cloves garlic. Well, I got 4 cloves here. Did I cough all over my food? Okay, the first step says, in a large saucepan over medium heat, saute the onion until lightly brown. Large saucepan. Saute the onion. Excuse me, mercy. I guess that means I have to turn on the chopped garlic. I can chop the garlic. That was the idea. Chop the garlic. Hi-ya. Okay. Lightly brown, add garlic, saute for 2 more minutes, add the paprika. I think I have all the ingredients, instructions, ingredients, stuff I need. Here, there's paprika. Water, 1.5 cups of water. You know, I should probably have something to stir this with. I just happen to have it's too slow. Paprika, freshly ground pepper. I ground it myself, but a couple of weeks ago. Fresh thyme. Look at that, I've got all the thyme in the world. I don't know if we had thyme. I went to the store and bought thyme, so I have plenty of thyme. 1.5 cups of water. That's why I like this big honking jug. Medium heat, saute the onions until lightly brown. While we're waiting on that to lightly brown, you want to keep stuff in plastic. And I have actually learned to tell the difference between split peas and lentils. Green organic lentils. Eating vegetables reduces your risk of cancer phenomenally. I can't remember the exact numbers. Eating non-organic only raises your chances by something like 10%, which technically it's insignificant. But if you can do organic, do organic. If you can't, don't worry about it. So I have a half a cup of lentils, and I have a quarter cup of lentils, and it calls for somewhere down here 3/4 cup green lentils. So if a cup's 4 quarters, then a half would be 2 quarters, and a quarter plus a quarter gives us 3/4. You see how that works? Math is just amazing, isn't it? For cooking, that's one of the reasons I like to do this, is because the point is proving anybody can do it, right? Yeah. They can just cut anything. Okay, so it's add the garlic and saute for 2 more minutes. The clock's ticking, dude. I don't know. Add the paprika, pepper, and thyme and stir. Paprika, 1 teaspoon paprika. You know what? Check it out, man. Spoon. That's a tablespoon. Thank God they spell them all out, because I never can understand abbreviations. Okay, my guess is this is a teaspoon. Did you know a teaspoon is 5 milliliters? What did I say? Let's see, saute for 2 more minutes, add paprika, pepper, and thyme. 1 teaspoon paprika. Prominently nutsy. Let's see how I do. Alright, oops. Get back in there. Yeah. Teaspoon paprika. That's paprika, isn't it? Yeah. Half a teaspoon of. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I have half a teaspoon here. Half a teaspoon. Freshly ground pepper. Okay. Oh, whew. And I forgot. Paprika, pepper, and thyme. How much thyme? I've got plenty of thyme. A teaspoon of thyme. Teaspoon. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I better not start singing. I'll lose all my audience. All right. So, we're turning. What's the word? We're caramelizing here. Good, bad, or otherwise. That is what is going on. All right. I should have seen how long I'm taking to do this. I think it's been 15 minutes already. Oh, I could check the clock. 20 minutes already, mercy. Okay, add the water and bring to a boil. Have onion soup. The onion got me. I'm having a minute here, folks. coming to a boil. Oh, I better read ahead. Okay, and add the water and bring to a boil. Add the lentils. Oh, I'm going to bring it to a boil. Add the lentils and stir. Bring the water back to a boil. Cover the pot. Reduce heat to low and cook the lentils for 20-25 minutes. I think it was lentils. When I first started cooking lentils, I had a bad habit of boiling them over, running out of water really fast. It was a fat mess, but okay, well, we're boiling. Here go the lentils. Oh shoot, was I supposed to wash these? Nobody said anything. I mean, you're supposed to wash beans, right? I'll bring them to a good boil. Oh, this is nice. But I don't see that the legumes should take, what is this stuff I just put in there? Lentils should take 25 minutes. Okay, it's boiling, and then boiling, reduced to low heat. Yeah, that probably, if I reduce it to a low heat and cover and let it sit for 25 minutes. Bring water back to boil, cover the pot, reduce to low heat. Well, you know, electric burners, they don't go down. And it says cook for 20 minutes. Oops, wrong button. All right. So we're going to go for 20 minutes now. Let's take a break. All right. So, cook for 30 to 40 minutes. And the time is, heck if I know. The time is 3:25. No, that's the oven temperature. The time is 1:56, 55, 54. No, it's the timer. Clock says 6:40, and it's 10 or 15 minutes fast. So hopefully I'll have 30 minutes to cook this. I'm going to kill this, and it is going to be hot as hell. Okay. I am recording, aren't I? Yes. Okay, so let's uncover this. So we've got another minute on the lentils, but we'll go with this, see if I haven't burnt them or something. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay, almost put my instructions on fire. Add the sun-dried tomatoes. I bought sun-dried tomatoes today, and they came as little chunks. I don't know what I was expecting. And it says half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. Half a cup sun-dried tomatoes. Add the sun-dried tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And guess what? I have balsamic vinegar. I'll tell you, I'm surprised what you find in this kitchen. Come on today. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Vinegar and and salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. And this is another thing. We usually All right already. Oh, the oven's ready to done heating. I turned on the oven. Okay, half a teaspoon of salt. Gotta say, it's another thing, we never add salt to our food when we're cooking. Notice I have stuff here all this time. Oh, okay, so let's see. Okay, so salt to the lentil mixture and puree until coarsely ground with a immersion stick blender or in a food processor. You want each lentil to have been hit at least once by the blade, but not turned into puree. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I think, is this an immersion type blender? Hell if I know. Looks like puree to me. Swinging crap everywhere. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up. I don't know why I don't cook. Good God. Man, pretty disgusting. It almost looks like hamburger meat. I am not a replacement type person. I don't miss meat whatsoever. I've gotten to the point where I don't like meat whatsoever. I still like hamburgers, but not meat hamburgers, bean burgers. Okay, for extra binding power, you can fold in a flax egg before pressing the mixture into the loaf pan. To make a flax egg, combine 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed with 2 tablespoons of water. Let it sit for 10 minutes untouched before adding to the lentil mixture. And we just happen to have untouched. Wow, mercy. Yeah. Come on. You know, meatloaf is one of those things I always ate growing up. My mother made it. I never ate it when I went out to eat, and I can't remember eating it going out anywhere. Maybe that's I can't imagine. Maybe even a frozen dinner once or twice since then. But I'm thinking I probably haven't had Mom's meatloaf in 40 years at least. All right, so binding power, fold in flaxseed. Okay, line a small loaf pan with parchment paper. Small loaf pan lined with parchment paper. Press the lentil mixture into the loaf pan and cover with foil. This thing is probably hot. So. Can you see that? Okay. You know what I'd like to do is put some tomato sauce over the top of it before I cook it, but I don't know how it'll act. I'm pretty sure that's what my mother did with the meatloaf, was put some tomato sauce on it, and I have some. But what I'm going to do with my parchment paper is trim it Not like it's going to catch on fire or anything, just I'm just seriously OCD. Your cover with foil. Ha! I've got nothing to say about the foil. Okay, and then bake at 325 for 30 to 40 minutes. Oven's at 325. Stand back. Whoosh. Don't put your face in when you open the oven. It is not good. Okay, timer, 30 minutes. The clock's ticking. 30 to 40 minutes. Uncover the lentil loaf once it comes out of the oven. Allow the lentil loaf and pan to cool enough to safely handle. Using a knife or spatula, separate the edge of the lentil loaf from the parchment paper. Place a plate over the loaf pan and quickly turn it over. Tap on the pan to help the loaf separate from the pan. Okay, we've got it in parchment paper. It's not going to stick to the pan, folks. Gently remove the pan. Slice the lentil loaf. It was a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. But that looks like a good size. I don't know if 30 minutes is going to be long enough. We're going to try that, and hopefully we've got 30 minutes before I have to make a run. All right, I'm going to clean up the kitchen, clean up this disaster, and we'll see how it goes from here. Okay, 30-minute timer went off, and I'm thinking I would rather leave it for another 10 minutes, but we've got to take a look at it, see what it's doing. Oh, let's take a look. Again, don't burn your face off by sticking it in the oven. You know, I need a second pot holder. Ow! That's gonna do something. It is still soggy. Maybe tin foil would have been better. Actually, cooking it without a lid would probably be better. I'm going to try another 10 minutes with the lid on. Trying to find a place for my fork. Minutes. Everybody remember that the camera adds 10 pounds, right? All right. So I was thinking, my mother used to make meatloaf, and I was thinking how she did it. She would crumble up a bunch of crackers, saltine crackers, and a pound of hamburger meat, and an egg, and a can of tomato something, puree or something, and mix it all up with her hands, and then cook it in the oven. Like I said, maybe put some tomato paste on top of it or something, I can't remember. Then we'd have mashed potatoes, which she would boil the potatoes and mash them with lots of butter and milk and salt and pepper, and probably a can of green beans. That was supper back in the day. Okay, so we're going to give it another 10 minutes. And if that doesn't work, we're going to take the lid off and cook for another 10 minutes. Okay, here we are again. Quiet. Ready for the unveiling again. So that's 40 minutes cooking. think it needs to cook with the lid off. Give it 10 minutes with the lid off. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see where we're at. So that means it's been in the oven 50 minutes, the last 10 minutes with no cover on it. Might end up just eating lentil mush. Well, it's kind of firm. All right, I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes with no lid. I think the glass lid kept the moisture in too well. And there we go. 10 more minutes. The clock's ticking. Yeah, of course everything's happening at once. My wife just called and I have to go pick her up from work. And what do I think about this? I think it's great. I think it is perfect. Where's my, I've got to go and run. So I've got to let it cool. Damn, it looks like meatloaf, doesn't it? You know what it needs in it? It needs some corn. Anyway, got to let it cool and come back and test it out. Okay, come over here. Where are you going? Nope, too late. Let's see, the last step of the instructions says allow the lentil loaf and pan to cool enough to safely handle. So it cooled while you were gone. It says to cook for 30 or 40 minutes. I think I cooked it for 50 minutes. Oh, so I can see.
That looks perfect. Looks like a meatloaf.
Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Smells good. I smelled you when you walked into the car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can put it in the compost. I don't need to worry about scraping it clean. Let's see how it looks after when it's sliced. Let's see how well it slices. Yeah, still a little mushy.
That looks pretty good though.
But
It looks like ground beef.
It'd still be good. It'd be good with baked potatoes.
Yeah. Do I get any tonight?
What? You're supposed to eat this? This is my beautiful picture, my art. I would like to put it back in there to save it later. But yeah, I wish I would.
I'm hungry.
I knew you would be. I would like to have made mashed potatoes. I didn't think about that. Mashed potatoes and green beans and ketchup. Strained tomatoes.
Still good?
Yeah, it's good. I ate it the other day. So I had to go to the natural grocers and get, oops. Well, I didn't know if you had any thyme, so I had to go get thyme.
Oh yeah, we have time.
And I got some sun-dried tomatoes, which...
Anything else you have to put in there?
Kind of
We have
expensive.
lentils.
It was, well, I bought some more because it was just under what I needed. Had an onion, had garlic, had water, paprika, ground pepper. It says freshly ground pepper. I ground it weeks ago.
Only had your chin in there.
Thyme, well, that's okay. Can you look at my belly?
Still
Thyme.
can't see your whole face.
Thyme. Well, it's about the meatloaf.
Okay. Is it good?
I don't know. It's different.
Of course, it's gonna not taste as good as the same. Not as good. Not the same as beef.
I never even thought it was meatloaf until after I read through this thing.
Can I have some?
I saw it. Okay. So I didn't really finish the video. When my wife gets home from work, it's just like pure chaos. So yeah, she was hungry and she ate half that darn lentil loaf, and it's really good. It is really good. Again, I don't have substitutes. I don't eat meat substitutes. I mean, I love hamburgers, so I love bean burger patties, and I'll even go to Burger King and get the Beyond Beef burger, only because it's not meat, not because I'm a vegan, not because I'm an animal activist, because I don't want to eat meat for health reasons, even though that's junk food vegan. This is not junk food vegan. This is really healthy stuff. It doesn't have any oil in it. It has a lot of spices in it to make it taste really good. I mean, I liked lentils. After I mixed it up before I baked it, I could have eaten it like that. It smelled really good. And anyway, so I'll be making this again. It'll probably get quicker next time. And I did end up cooking it for 30 minutes with the lid on and another 20 minutes without the lid. And next time, mashed potatoes. And maybe I'll put some corn kernels in there next time after it's completely all mixed, and just mix in some corn kernels. That sounds good. So I mean, this is the point of doing these videos, is to make people understand that there's a lot of stuff you can do with plant-based foods. It's not just salads, you know. So but this is a good one. This is a keeper. We'll do this again.